Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our dignitaries, delegates, faculty members, and students present here. On behalf of Amity School of Insurance, Banking, and Actuarial Science, I, Sean P. Cyril,
And I, Mehak Mathur,
students of Actuarial Science, feel privileged to welcome you all to the National Seminar on ESG and BFSI Challenges and Opportunities. I request our chief guest, Mr. Baldev Prakash, MD and CEO, J&K Bank, guests of honor, Mr. Vivek Jalan, Managing Partner of WTW Actuarial Advisory LLP, and Pankaj Tomar, India Head of AXA Climate, Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, and Mr. A.P. Singh, Director ASIBAS, to honor the stage and take their seats on the dais.
Amity, an edifice built with bricks of ideas and cemented with values and ethics, is known for its high standards in the world of education. It has been recognized as excellent and reliable by recruiters across the globe year after year. We have been accredited by national and global agencies like NAC, WASC, and IACBE. Amity School of Insurance, Banking, and Actuarial Science, also known as ASIBAS, was established on September 1st, 2000, with a vision to provide well-qualified, well-trained, and multi-skilled professionals for the industry. Here, programs range from BSc and MSc Actuarial Science and MBA and BBA BFSI, with an excellent placement record since inception. Our vision statement affirms that building the nation and the society through providing total, integrated, and transcultural quality education, and to be the global frontrunners in value education, and nurturing talent in which modernity blends with tradition. Our mission is to provide education at all levels in all disciplines of modern times and in the futuristic and emerging frontier areas of knowledge, learning, and research, and to develop the overall personality of students by making them not only excellent professionals, but also good individuals.
ASIBAS has been replicating the beliefs of our founder president, Dr. Ashok A. Chauhan, sir, that a value-based education system in partnership with industry leaders play a vital role in growth of the industry and contributes to the nation-building process. Seminars in partnership with the industry have been one of the key focuses in ASIBAS, and today's seminar is another step forward. The gathering present here includes delegates from insurance and banking sector, IT companies, and actuarial science fraternity who share real-life examples of excellence in their field. The day-long deliberations will help us enhance our knowledge on ESG and BFSI challenges and opportunities. Now we come to the lighting of the lamp. A lamp symbolizes the knowledge, the light which dispels the cloud of darkness and ignorance, spreading education and awareness. We request our guests on the dais to please light the lamp.
शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धन संपदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीप ज्योति नमस्तुते दीप ज्योति परं ब्रह्म दीप ज्योति जनार्दना दीप हरतु मे पापम् दीप ज्योति नमस्तुते.
Thank you all. May I now request the respected dignitaries to please take their seats on the dais. When we talk about knowledge, we must start with taking the blessings of Ma Saraswati. Now, I would like to invite students to present Saraswati Vandana.
हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझी है, गुणियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी। मुनियों ने समझी है, गुणियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी। हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर पे साजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर पे साजे। अज्ञानता के मिटा दे अंधेरे, उजालों का हमको संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ।
Thank you so much. We would now like to invite our Honorable Director, Sir, to present saplings to the guests. Firstly, I would like to request our Director, Sir, to present a sapling to Mr. Baldev Prakash.
Now, I would like to request Director Sir to present a sapling to Mr. Vivek Jalan.
Moving on, we kindly ask Director Sir to present a sapling to Mr. Pankaj Tomar.
Now, we would like to request Director Sir to present a sapling to Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh. Thank you, sir.
Moving forward with the event, I am honored to introduce Mr. A.P. Singh, Sir, Director, Asibas, Amity University. Sir was the Executive Director of LIC India for 7 years and the Zonal Manager in charge of North India with headquarters in New Delhi, prior to which he was the Zonal Manager of Central India at Bhopal. He was CEO of LIC Housing Finance Limited and was also the CEO and MD of LIC Nepal. He was a member of the Expert Appraisal Committee for 3 years for all of the infrastructure projects in the Ministry of Environment and Forest under the Government of India. He was the independent director on the board of Ballarpur Industries Limited for 10 years and was also an independent director on the board of GIC Re till recently. He is a postgraduate in English literature from Allahabad University with a diploma in human resource management. With this, I would like to invite Director Sir to deliver a welcome address and share a glimpse about today's topic with the audience.
Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. Okay. It's my proud privilege to extend a very warm welcome on behalf of our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, and on behalf of Shri Atul K. Chauhan sir, the Chancellor of MIT University, to our chief guest, Shri Baldev Prakash, who is the CMD of J&K Bank. And we are extremely thankful to you, sir, for having made it possible to us to visit this place. And you are coming all the way from Srinagar. And I extend an equally warm welcome to Mr. Vivek Jalan, the managing partner, Willis Towers Watson, and an equally warm welcome to Mr. Pankaj Tomar, the India head of AXA Climate. I extend also a warm welcome to our Group VC, Dr. Gurinder Singh. And I extend a warm welcome to all the panelists of the first technical session who have made it possible to be here with us despite the hassles on the roads. Now, I'll be introducing the theme of the day. In today's business world, environment, social, and governance holds great importance and is driving a fundamental change in how the financial industry operates and interacts with the stakeholders and investors. It emphasizes sustainable development, ethical governance, and purposeful strategies that balance economic success and environmental and social well-being. BFSI entities are increasingly recognizing the importance of sustainable and responsible business practices. This can involve incorporating ESG factors into loan approvals, investment portfolio, and insurance underwriting as well. It aligns with a broader global trend of promoting socially responsible and environmentally sustainable practices within the financial industry. However, the lack of consensus on ESG data remains a hurdle, with greenwashing prevalent across much of the globe. Anticipated changes due to mounting pressures suggest a shift in the years ahead towards more standardized ESG data disclosure. Corporates making environmental claims such as green or eco-friendly or eco-consciousness, good for the planet, cruelty-free, etc., will have to back their assertion now with verifiable evidence, according to the new draft guidelines on greenwashing by the Department of Consumer Affairs, the Government of India. And this guidelines were issued only last month, December 23. And now, greenwashing, as you know, is a form of advertisement or marketing to make consumers believe that a product or a process is environmentally friendly. According to the draft guidelines of greenwashing, of all environmental claims now shall be accurate and disclose all material information either in the relevant advertisement or communications or by inserting a QR code or a web link containing all such relevant information. These guidelines will apply to all service providers, product sellers, advertising agencies, and celebrities who are endorsing such goods or services. Thus, greenwashing is classified as an unfair trade practice, and any false claims will be penalized for misleading consumers as per Consumer Protection Act 2019. ASCI, the Advertising Standard Council of India, ASK is also working on its greenwashing guidelines. Now, 8 fund houses have been running ESG schemes with a total asset under management of 11,000 crores, which were benchmarked against NSE ESG indices since 2018, capturing ESG scores of Nifty 100 companies. And these companies were assessed annually based on these two indices by the ratings provided by Sustainalytics of Morningstar, which was the leading ESG rating provider in India. But Morningstar has discontinued its services from December 23 because of new eligibility requirements put in by SEBI for ESG provider, thereby creating a vacuum in this field of rating providers, now making the evaluation of sustainable finance still more difficult. The sustainable finance community encounters challenges in supporting carbon-intensive industries as they navigate the transition towards reducing harmful emissions threatening the planet. This seminar aims to engage in a comprehensive discussion on how to get ROI from ESG and sustainability efforts, how the CEOs develop an ESG roadmap, how to reduce the risk, increase revenue and profitability using sustainability and ESG, what should be our corporate aspirations and goals regarding sustainability, how to unlock 10 times growth using sustainability and ESG, and what new capabilities must be developed to realize our long-term vision. We express our gratitude to all the sponsors, panelists, and the delegates for accepting our invitation and participating in this conference. Their presence is invaluable as it will provide our students and industry participants with the opportunity to gain insights from the discussions held throughout this one-day event. Thanks once again for coming here. Now, I'll request somebody to play the video on Amity University because we have got a lot of panelists and other delegates who are coming from outside. Perhaps they
Amity University has been ranked among the top 3% universities globally by QS and Times Higher Education, the world's leading university ranking organizations. It has also been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for the past 10 years. Amity has also set a new standard of academic excellence in India by becoming Asia's only not-for-profit university to be awarded US Regional Accreditation as well as accreditation by the UK's Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education. The university is part of the not-for-profit Amity Education Group, established more than 2 decades ago. Today, it is home to over 175,000 brilliant students, pursuing over 400 programs in 60 diverse disciplines across 11 universities and 28 schools. Amity Group's vision of building a global knowledge network has led to establishing 16 international campuses in London, Singapore, Dubai, New York, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Tashkent, Mauritius, Nairobi, and South Africa. Amity's strong focus on research and innovation has led to the filing of more than 2,100 patents. Amity is also engaged in conducting more than 500 high-end government-funded as well as international research projects, including those funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, United States Agency of International Development, and the Leverhulme Trust UK. In the field of management, the university has developed more than 4,200 case studies in recent years that have been bought in 106 countries by over 2,600 leading institutions and organizations. These research-focused initiatives have led to Amity being listed as one of the top universities in India by Atal Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievements, Ministry of HRD, Government of India. Recently, the Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization. Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates in a survey conducted among 11,000 employers worldwide by Times Higher Education UK. It is a testimony to Amity's excellent placement record, wherein over 11,000 students have secured placements in 900 organizations in 2021. The pursuit of excellence across diverse disciplines has also resulted in Amity being ranked 22nd in the country by the prestigious National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, Government of India. The university has also pioneered the concept of industry-led institutions, where leading organizations such as multinational conglomerate Tata, the UK's Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, and CII have set up institutions in partnership with Amity on campus. Attracting some of the most brilliant students, Amity has instituted India's largest private scholarship programs, benefiting over 25,000 students. These students are blazing a trail of success, having filed over 800 patents, published more than 6,500 Scopus-indexed research papers. For these students, Amity's curricula and pedagogy lay great emphasis on industry interactions. In fact, Amity has facilitated students' interaction with over 50 global gurus and Nobel laureates, besides 1,500 corporate leaders. Further, Amity's unique initiatives to nurture professionals for the global stage include Study Abroad Program, 3-Continent Program, and the Global Study Program at leading universities in USA, UK, Dubai, Singapore, and Australia. Amity has also awarded over 2,000 PhD fellowships to brilliant researchers to carry out path-breaking research in thrust areas that will impact the development of the country. The award-winning Innovation Incubator on campus has nurtured more than 100 companies and attracted investments of over $40 million. The campus also has many high-end research centers, including ones set up with Nobel laureates. Amity University is dedicated to grooming future leaders to become not only competent professionals but also value-driven human beings with a deep passion for humanity, who together will change the world.
Thank you so much, sir, for enriching us with the
Amity University has been ranked among the top 3% universities globally by
That video truly highlighted the essence of Amity.
Moving forward with the event, I'm honored to welcome our Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Director General, Amity Group of Institutions and Vice Chairman, Global Foundation for Learning Excellence. Has an extensive experience of more than 25 years in institutional building, teaching, consultancy, research, and industry. A renowned scholar and academician in the area of international business, he holds a prestigious doctorate in the area along with a postgraduate degree from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, where he illustriously topped with 7 merits. He holds the distinction of being the youngest founder pro-vice chancellor of Amity University for 2 terms, the founder director general of Amity International Business School, and the founder CEO of Association of International Business School, London. He has been instrumental in establishing various Amity campuses abroad, including at London, USA, Singapore, Mauritius, Australia, Tashkent, and other parts of the world. To understand the dynamics of the industry, Dr. Singh went on a sabbatical to industry for 1.5 years and spearheaded the indigenous and international strategic operations of a renowned industrial group with a business strength of rupees 20,000 crore. In capacity of Chief Executive Officer, he has spoken at various international forums, which includes prestigious $1 Million Roundtable Conference at Harvard Business School, Thunderbird Business School, NYU, University of Leeds, Loughborough Business School, Coventry Business School, Reims Business School, Essex University, University of Berkeley, California State University, NUS, MIT, UMAS Lowell, Brunel, Northampton, RMIT, Swinburne, Eddie Universal Conference, Addis Ababa QS Apple Conference, Teesside, Northumbria, Middlesex, Birmingham, Gannon, Deakin, Canberra, Cincinnati, Curtin, Queensland, Queensmead, Babson, NTU, NTHU Taiwan, and many more. He has received more than 25 international and national awards and has graced a host of talk shows on various TV channels. He's a mesmerizing orator and has the rare ability of touching the human soul. He is internationally recognized as a known professor in the area of management and is known in the field of academics as an institution builder, a writer, professor, distinguished academician, a top class trainer, international business expert, and the champion of the hearts of students. With this, I would like to request Sir to address the audience. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much. First of all, a very warm welcome to our very distinguished people. They say that there are two kinds of people in the world. One are known as balcony person, and the second kind of people are known as basement people. Basement people are the people who will always drag you down, who will always crib, who will get up in the morning and say that the day is full of stress. And then there are people who are balcony people with whom, if you will sit, they will always inspire. They will always distribute affection. From their voice, always loving things will come in. From their conduct, humbleness will come in. They are strong, they are firm. You're very lucky that today you have got such balcony people on the stage. Give them a huge applause. On behalf of our founder, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, we have got 12 universities, so 12 vice chancellors. On my own behalf, as a group vice chancellor, we have got a very distinguished scholar, Mr. A.P. Singh, who's so ably leading our insurance and many other institutions, deans, scholars, and students who are sitting here. Very warm welcome to all of you. I can see Mr. Baldev Prakash, MD and CEO of J&K Bank. And I was telling him that since 1998, when for the first time their CMD came, we were thinking that how we should be associated with this bank. And today, when I was sitting with him, we were looking at exploring that how Amity and J&K Bank should come closer. But I'm sure in the times to come, not only we will come closer, but we will see that how we can be complementary to each other. Give a huge applause to him, please. Mr. Vivek Jalan, the guest of honor, managing partner of Willis Tower Watson. Mr. Pankaj Tomar, India head of AXA Climate. Of course, our own Mr. A.P. Singh. And I can see in the audience, Mr. Nitin, Mr. Rakesh, Mr. Adib Jain, Ms. Shilja, Ms. Nitin Mishra, and many others who are here. Very warm welcome to you. I have been told that I have to motivate and inspire students and the audience and people from the corporate world. And Mr. Singh said that you give a story which is inspiring. So I was thinking that what story I should give. So I am relating it with the finance world. It was, I think, 8 years back, I was given a chance to speak at MDRT. Those who are from the insurance industry, they know that MDRT is $1 Million Roundtable Conference, where those who have got a turnover of 1 million, they are given a chance to participate. At that time, Stephen Rothschild was the president of the MDRT, a young man. And when he came on the stage, he gave a very inspirational story, which moved everyone. So I'm going to give you the same story which he gave. Maybe it can inspire some young students or people from the industry. So when Stephen came, and that's what he narrated, I'm narrating to you. He came, there were 20,000 people in the hall, and everyone stood up. He came as a keynote speaker, and he started talking. And he said, today, everyone wants to know about my story. And people want to know my story because I'm extremely successful. I have got a company which has got presence in more than 40 countries in the world. I have got private planes. I have got fleets of cars. There are more than 40,000 people who report to me. But I'm not going to give you a story of a successful Stephen Rothschild. I'm going to give you a story of an unsuccessful child. And he narrated a story of an unsuccessful child. And he said that today I'm 35-year-old. But if someone asks me that what is the name of your father, I will not be able to tell you who was my father. I don't know whether he was a Jew Whether he was a Buddhist, whether he was a Jain, whether he was a Sikh, whether he was an Indian, whether he was from US, whether he was from Japan, I don't know who he was. For me, my mom was everything. If I can speak well, it is because of my mom. If I can stand straight, it is because of my mom. She was the one who gave me the language. She was the one who used to hug me. She was the one who used to tell me that you need to go very high in my life. I remember I was just 5 years old when my mom used to sometime cry in a kitchen, sometime cry in a living room while watching TV. And I used to ask, Mom, why you cry? And at that time, we used to live in New York in a very small flat, which is EWS flat. It's just one room flat in Brooklyn. And I used to ask, Mom, why you cry? And she used to say, Stephens, you will not understand. I am living only for one day. You are my only hope. I want that you will become successful. Will you become successful? And I used to tell my mom, Mom, surely I will become successful. There will be a day when I will buy the entire New York, when I will be the mayor. And she used to salute me, oh, my CEO, and she used to hug me. God was never kind to me. God was never kind to me. My mother used to pray to Jesus daily, but God was never kind to us because I was just 6 years old. When one day when I'm coming from the school, I saw that there was a fire brigade, there was police, there was an ambulance in front of my home. And I saw everyone that why so many people are standing. So someone said, that poor child, he doesn't know what her mother has done. So people were talking all kind of things about my mom. And someone told me that your mother has committed suicide. Suicide. I didn't know at the age of 6 what the word suicide means. I didn't know what pain is, what death is. But I knew that my mom was no more. For the last time, when I kissed the cheeks of my mom, her eyes were wide open, and it seemed to me that she was saying the same thing. Will you become successful? Tears came from my eyes, and they took my only friend, the only person who had faith in me and who used to give me the food, who was the hope of my life, my mom. Next 3 days, this great country, United States of America, where I'm a financial icon, where people stand in a queue and ask for an appointment, no one offered me a piece of bread. And I was 6 years old. No one offered me a piece of bread. And that's the story of uncle and aunts. When you don't have your parents, it takes a lot of time. So young students, you should feel very lucky that you have got parents who are supporting. So एक बार जोर से ताली बजाओ अपने parents के लिए. You don't know what kind of sacrifices they do for you to see that you are in the institution like MIT. Anyhow, after 3 days, my maternal uncle came from a small place called Memphis, from where he started his business. Later on, he became the co-founder of the company called FedEx. He went from there to Memphis, and from there, the story of exploitation started. No breakfast, no lunch. And he had to do the dishes of the entire house. Bartan manne padte the abroad mein. So, and this happened for 1 month. And when this happened for 1 month, and when everyone was abusing, I went outside the house and I saw the stars. And I said, oh, stars, my mom used to say that if one day I will die, then I will become a star. Will you please return my mom to me? I just want to see her once. Look, my hands are swollen. I want to tell her there's no one who is giving me food. I cried, I prayed. Stars were cruel. They never returned my mom. Then I prayed to Christ. I said, oh, Jesus, my mom used to pray you daily. Daily she used to pray. Whatever we had, we used to give in charity. Will you be kind enough to send my mom just for 2 minutes? I want to hug my mom. Please send my mom. Please send my mom. Please send my mom. I kept on crying, kept on shouting. God was so cruel. He never replied. That night, I understood those who go, they never come back. Next day, when I went to a school, which was government-funded free school, whereas my cousins used to go to the private school, which is very expensive in the US, I wrote, and when everyone else was playing baseball and basketball, I wrote on my desk, one day I will purchase the entire Memphis. He wrote on the desk. I wrote I will one day purchase the entire Memphis. And he did it years later. I didn't know how I do it as a 6-year-old, but I wanted that I have to do it. So when everyone else was playing, I was practicing boxing. When everyone else was going on picnics, I was working on debates and my oratory skills. Stephen was a mesmerizing orator. He can make people cry. He can make people laugh. He topped his school, went to Wharton Business School to do his graduation, got a very good offer. He had nothing to lose. There are people in the world who had got so much pain in their heart that they have nothing to lose. They only have to win. So what he did was that when everyone else was busy in getting the jobs, he created his own company. He created his insurance company. And that is why I'm giving his story, because all of you are from the insurance background. He created his first insurance company and his first finance company. And he started playing on the stock exchanges. Uh, there were 7 friends, and 4 years later, they were one of the richest investment bankers at the New York Stock Exchange. They expanded in China, they expanded in Japan, they expanded in Asia, and he was one of the youngest person who became the president of the MDRT. And he says that I don't have any regrets. I feel that God has chosen me to give so much pain because he wanted me to excel at such a young age. And today, if someone goes to his company, and after COVID, there were so many people fired. He has not fired even a single person. 33% of his profits went to charity. Anyone who goes to his company, there's a statue of his mom. People bow and look at what a mom and what a son. So all stories, all questions which people used to ask about mom are gone. So that's a story, an inspiring story. I'm sure that all of you will become such inspiring individuals. Give a huge applause to yourself, those who are here. And that is a objective of MIT institutions, MIT University, which is a brainchild of Dr. Chauhan, who after spending decades in Europe, came back to India with one vision that we need to create a value into your life. And that is a reason that we are taking number of initiatives. And one of the initiatives which we are taking for all the students, including the insurance student, is that we are offering you this from this year apprenticeship and internship abroad. All of you know that we have got study abroad program through which you can go to any country of your choice, wherever we have got campuses. But from this year, if you want to do your projects abroad, you want to pick up your internships abroad, you want to do your training abroad, you will be getting that chance. And I would request all of you to do that. More seriously you will do your trainings, the better you would be. With those words, I wish you all success. And once again, thank you so much for all those who are at the dais and below dais who have to speak. MIT is your own institution, keep coming. And for the young students, I will say, never lose hope and heart, because it's always the hope and it's always your determination which will take you high. And anytime in your life, you meet with any adversity, any challenge, go ahead. I'll stop here with a video which will explain you that there was a champion who had to win Olympic gold. And this is a real life story. Everyone was saying that he is going to win. He is going to be the winner. And suddenly accident happens, and it can happen in your life. But if that accident happens, it should not bring you down in your life. Complete your race. And he completed his race. Years later, he again participated in Olympics and he won the Olympic gold. And then someone asked him a question: what made you more happy, losing or winning? And he said, participation. So life is about participation. Live in present, don't be stressed, be happy, be at MIT. Thank you so very much. Play the video.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
And you win when you don't give up. And I'm
You
sure all of us
raise
have a
me
Thank you very much.
up to more than I can be.
Wow, that was a truly moving video. Can we please get another round of applause? Thank you, sir, for your insightful words of wisdom. Your experienced perspective has truly added depth to the platform.
Now, it's my privilege to take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Baldev Prakash. Mr. Prakash is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of J&K Bank Limited. Having completed his graduation in economics and post-graduation in history, he continued the pursuit of professional excellence during his service career with State Bank of India, by accomplishing multiple degrees and diplomas offered by the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance like CAIIB, Diploma in Treasury, Investment and Risk Management, Diploma in International Banking and Finance, thus bringing a diverse wealth of experience and expertise spanning over 3 decades with the country's largest bank to the J&K Bank's maiden position of Managing Director and CEO. In June 2023, he was elevated to the position of Deputy Managing Director at his parent organization, SBI. Prior to which, he was the Chief General Manager, Digital and Transaction Banking Marketing at State Bank of India, Corporate Center, Mumbai. Having joined SBI in the year 1991 as a probationary officer, Mr. Prakash has effectively spearheaded multifarious and pivotal functions as Regional Manager, DGM, General Manager in Maharashtra Circle, and finally as Chief General Manager, responsible for framing policy and strategy for developing and providing digital and transaction banking services to all corporate clients of the bank. A very warm welcome, sir. We are delighted to have you with us today. It is an honor to invite Mr. Baldev Prakash for the inaugural address. Join me in welcoming with a resounding sound of applause.
Thank you so much. Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, MIT Universities, Dr. Gurinder Singh, esteemed Managing Partner, Willis Towers Watson, Mr. Vivek Jalan, and India Head AXA Climate, Mr. Pankaj Tomar, respected Director, MIT School of Insurance, Banking and Actuarial Sciences, Mr. A.P. Singh, respected faculty members, distinguished dignitaries, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. First, let me extend my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed Director, ASIBAS, Shri A.P. Singh Ji, for the invite to me. It is really an honor for me to be here at this prestigious conference organized by MIT, an institution of national repute, around a very contemporary theme concerning banks and financial institutions, that is ESG and BFSI sector, challenges and opportunities amidst a gathering of notables from academia and industry, besides brilliant scholars and bright students. With the climate change as the proverbial elephant in the room of developmental discourses across the world for the last 2 decades, the idea of sustainability has assumed unprecedented significance in the narrative of economic growth and transformation globally. And a world grappling and with the consequences of climate change, the role of banks in fostering environmental sustainability is becoming paramount. In this backdrop, the considerations of economic, environmental, social, and governance has been intersecting every forward statement, movement of banking, financial services, and insurance sector. And these factors are pivotal to evaluating the sustainability and ethical impact of businesses and companies. In terms of opportunities, vastly improved brand image in the first among the good tidings, as the companies that prioritize ESG factors and perceived more responsible and ethical, resulting in enhanced brand perception across and beyond their stakeholders base. Second is access to capital, as investors are increasingly prioritizing ESG factors while taking the investment decisions in the present world. So the banks and financial institutions that are perceived to have aligned with ESG principles have better opportunities and chances to attract more capital and secure investment for sustainable projects. Risk mitigation is important factor, and by integrating ESG criteria into risk assessment, banks address the related risks proactively and safeguard their long-term viability besides preserving their brand image. Evolving technologies play an important role in capitalizing on ESG opportunities. It drives innovation in finding creative solutions to sustainability challenges. The challenges are, however, this journey towards ESG integration is not without its challenges. The monumental challenges that we face today include climate change, poverty, and inequality. Stringent ESG regulations also pose an important challenge, even though signaling a broader societal commitment to sustainable practices. As part, as per the report from the global acclaimed consultancy firm, data standardization and measurement pose a significant hurdle, and integrating ESG considerations into existing practices is a complex task. Last but not the least, regulatory uncertainty remains as the landscape surrounding ESG is still evolving and may take some more time to settle finally. Cognizant of its long-term implications, Government of India has been kind and taking steps towards embracing of ESG considerations by all organizations in order to ensure sustainable economic development of the country. As per some reports, sustainable finance is bound to flourish in India, with private equity and venture capital firms projected to hit a market size of $125 billion by 2026. This remarkable growth will play a pivotal role in driving economic and social transformation in the country. There is an anticipation of government action on green financing, including tax breaks for low carbon technologies and policy support for green financing instruments. Notably, Union government launched its inaugural sovereign green bond with first tranche valuing 80 billion rupees, equivalent to $970 million. Following this success, the government announced the issuance of additional 80 billion rupees to sovereign green bonds. To cushion this vast transformation, regulatory measures like introduction of guidelines by RBI for banks and NBFCs to accept green deposits is aimed at financing energy efficiencies, clean transportation, climate change, adaptation, sustainable water and waste management, green buildings, and biodiversity conservation. At J&K Bank, we, being a socially responsible institution having systemic importance and significance for the economy of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, J&K Bank has a comprehensive policy on ESG already in place. Embracing ESG principles, responsible as stewards of capital, our commitment is driven by understanding that sustainable practices are not only good for the planet and society, but are sound long-term business strategies. In conclusion, the challenges and opportunities within the ESG landscape for India's BFSI sector are intertwined, creating a dynamic environment for growth and transformation. So BFSI sector needs to evolve sustainable business strategies and that impact people and planet positively besides the profits. In this regard, ways and means can be explored through positive industry academia collaboration to inculcate ESG principles as integral part of new knowledge systems. And higher seats of learning like MIT can play a vital role by bridging the knowledge gap among youth and helping engineering a culture shift necessary within financial institutions and society at large. Lastly, fostering a supportive ecosystem involves collaboration between the government, banks, and businesses. Continuous dialogue can help address challenges, refine policies, and ensure that the financial ecosystem remains dynamic and responsive to the evolving ESG needs. As the country is on its path-breaking ambition of becoming third largest economy, let us embrace the challenges, seize the opportunities, and collectively work towards building a future wherein every stakeholder plays positive role in ensuring that the common good does not lost in short-term profit making at any cost. With these words, I wish all the participants in this conference best and hope the discussions during the day would enhance our understanding of the issues at hand and take us closer to the solutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us on the topic today.
Now, let me introduce you all to Mr. Vivek Jalan. Sir is managing partner of Willis Towers Watson Actuarial Advisory LLP and heads insurance consulting and technology in India and its subcontinent. He is a qualified actuary with around 25 years of experience in the insurance industry, including 19 years in consulting with WTW. Prior to this, he worked with various life insurance companies in the areas of statutory valuation, shareholder reporting, and product development. He provided the actuarial expert opinion as reporting actuary in the prospectus of the IPO of SBI Life Insurance Company and the draft red herring prospectus for the proposed IPO of PNB MetLife Insurance Company. He is currently appointed actuary of 2 life insurance companies in Sri Lanka and has been independent actuary in with-profit committee for 5 insurers and acted as peer reviewer of 11 life insurance companies in India. He also acted as the panel actuary for 3 life insurance companies and 2 reinsurance companies in India from 2019 to 2020. He is a fellow member of IAI and IFOA and also qualified as a CFA in 2000. Mr. Jalan completed his graduation in statistics from Hindu College, University of Delhi, and holds a postgraduate diploma in business administration with specialization in finance. We extend a very warm invitation to Sir. We would like to call him on stage to share his expertise with us. Please give him a huge round of applause.
Otherwise, I was seeing myself. Yes. Okay, thanks a lot to Amity School of Insurance, Banking and Actual Services Sciences to invite me for this talk on the ESG, which is a topic for today's seminar. So I would like to thank Stuti, who connected with me a few weeks back about being here. And it's been an honor to be here. Regarding the topic, I'm not an ESG expert. Is it okay? You guys are able to hear me? Perfect. Okay, so I'm not an ESG expert, so I really look forward to learn about ESG myself in next couple of sessions. Being actually for last 25 years, I would say that's my expert area. And because this is an actuarial science course, I just thought maybe I'll just talk about the actuaries and its future more rather than talking about the ESG, which I'll leave it to the panelists for the next session to talk about it. How many people here are pursuing actuarial sciences? If they can just raise their hand. Okay, so almost maybe 20–30% of the audience are pursuing actuarial sciences, which is the reason it is always called a niche profession, I would say. You'll never see 80% of the people doing it. You'll always see few people among the crowd doing it, So when I look at the actuarial profession as such, it has evolved in last 25 years. I remember when I started this journey in 2000, I would say, when I took my first exam in 2001, very few people knew about actuarial sciences. Very, very few people, I would say. In fact, when I told my parents that I am pursuing actuarial sciences, nobody understood what I'm doing. I had to tell the spelling, and after that also nobody understood, Still, it is a difficult course. to make anyone understand what actual sciences do, But at least when we see 25 years back, when the insurance sector got privatized in 2000, and things now, it has changed dramatically, I would say. You see many people pursuing it while they are in their university, which was never the case. But now you'll see the courses from the universities offering on actual sciences, people during the graduation, undergrad course, starting to do this. In fact, a lot of people in their 10th, 11th, 12th have started thinking that I want to pursue this after my schooling, which is a very, very new thing. So what's happening? Why so much of popularity for the actual science is coming? And it's important to know from what's going on in the industry. So it has evolved. If we look at the traditional actuarial role, it was mainly on the pension side and the insurance side. That's what we used to call traditional actuaries. People will work on the insurance or pension. That was the two area. And they were supposedly very, very introvert people, very, very introvert people. They were expected to just sit on the side, perform some calculations on the calculators, because we didn't have the computers when the course started many, many years back. Then it moved into some sort of computers, but now they are very, very high-end computers, So that was the traditional role that it started with. Nowadays, we are seeing people in investment banking, investment role, as well as getting involved in the risk area. And when we talk about the future, with all the advent of the technology, we are seeing a lot of people getting into the data sciences as well. Historically also, actuaries were considered to be the data scientists. So if we'll talk about the data scientists, actuaries are the first data scientists who have been there. Not from now. I think Abhilasha was telling me that they have been there since 1780s, many, many years back, they were doing the data science work. But things have changed. The complexities have changed. And when we talk about the complexities, I just take an example of the insurance companies, where the valuation, which we used to do once in few years, like LIC valuation was used to happen once in 2 years. Similarly for large companies, the valuation used to happen in maybe every year. Now we have started talking about valuation on a weekly basis, if not monthly. And I hear a lot of companies talking about they want to know their solvency position on a daily basis. That means you're talking about doing the valuation on a daily basis. Things are not getting easy. With the technology evolving, things are getting complicated. With the regulation evolving, things are getting complicated. Why I'm talking about it? With all these complications, the role of actuaries are also evolving. When role of actuaries are evolving, the demand of actuaries will evolve. If you look at the data, when I started the course in 2000, there were maybe 500, 600 student actuary, 200 odd qualified actuaries. In fact, when I qualified many years back, there were only maybe 250 qualified actuaries. And out of that 250, 100 were above the age of 55. So very few actuaries, but the data has not changed. Now also, I'm not sure about the exact data, but might be 400-500 actuaries would be there. So in last 15 years, it has gone up from maybe 250 to 450 or 500. Whereas what we are seeing from the government, they are talking about insurance for all by 2047. That's only 25 years from now. Insurance for all for 1.5 billion plus population. That's a huge. And by 2047, I don't know whether it will be 1.5 billion or 1.8 billion. We don't know. That also needs an actual calculation. But whatever that number is, insurance for all by 2047 is not possible just with the current situation in the insurance sector or with the number of actuaries that we are having on board. I heard someone saying, comparing it with the US market or other developed market, where number of insurance companies are in the tune of thousands. Like America, there are a number of insurance, but the regulations is different, but there are a number of insurance companies in many thousand. In Singapore, there might be 500-600. And in India, when we look at the number of insurance companies, there are only maybe 25 odd life insurance companies, maybe 30-35 odd GI companies. With the aspiration of our Prime Minister to have insurance for all by 2047, we see the number of insurance companies also increasing significantly. Same thing, what we are seeing, a lot of companies outside India, they are trying to open a huge center here to do the actual calculation from India, because obviously India, we have a large population of student actuary, which is lot more, around 10,000 odd number. I don't know what's the current number, but I saw many years back, it was 10,000. So with that, the future of actuaries and the demand of actuaries is going to significantly increase. So anyone who raised their hand, you're not in the wrong profession. When we talk about the profession, the important thing to also know that the actual profession was supposed to be, I don't know whether it is supposed to be or not right now, was supposed to be one of the most difficult professional course in the world. One of the most difficult professional course in the world. I don't know about the current situation, but I stopped taking the track of actually what it is, but still the pass rates are very low. Still the pass rates are significantly low as compared to other professional qualification. I'm not comparing it with the competitive exam. There are a lot of competitive exam which are much tougher than the actual course, but I'm just talking about the professional exam. When we talk about the difficulty level of the exam, it helps us a lot, because then you will see very less people qualifying as well. But at the same time, it will be able to maintain the niche area that it is currently maintaining. With the current generation of actuary, when we recruit people from various universities in India and outside India, we see they are not able to appreciate the difficulty, not only in terms of difficulty level of the exam, as well as the difficulty level of your work-life balance. When we talk about the work-life balance, in all other profession, it is only work-life balance, because once you complete your academic thing, you go to the job, you're working as a professional. You don't have to worry about it. But when you are in actual profession, you are working full-time. With your full-time employment, you are also studying. You are studying a course which is a difficult course, and also having a low pass rate. So it's not only work-life balance, it is the balance between work, study, and life. It's not an easy thing to maintain. Trust me, I remember when I was studying my actuarial maybe 25 years back, it's a very difficult to do that. So you need to create that balance now, and continue with that when you're going into your professional life. When you're going into the professional life, you need to be very clear what you are getting into. It's not an easy thing to manage your study, a full-time job, which starts definitely at 9:30, and I'm sure there's no end time. Tell me if I'm wrong, Nitin. There's no end time, on the offer letter, they will mention 6 o'clock as a end time, but I feel it's beyond that, So you need to balance your studies very well. And that's the reason I always encourage people who are pursuing their actual exam, try to pass as many people when you are in your college or universities, try to do that. Keep a right balance, pursue your undergrad course in a utmost standard, but at the same time, if you are able to pass many exams with that, that's a great thing to do, So I always encourage people to do that. A lot of time we hear people saying, if you'll pass a lot of exams, you'll not get a job, and that's something that you hear a lot, which I am a complete opposite to that. I think if you're able to pass many exams, that's great. Don't have an expectation that after passing many exams, I need the salary of those exams as well. Or I am a qualified actuary, I need the salary equivalent to a qualified actuary. Your expectation should be right. Passing exam is not a problem, because if you join the organization, then you are able to qualify faster and you'll be able to contribute to the organization to that level as well. So it's very important to make sure that you are disciplined in your study, and as well as ensuring that you are doing right thing while in your college. Don't leave your college life, enjoy your college life. But if you have got into the actual profession, you have really thought about it, that you are going into something where you'll not have a great personal life, But obviously after qualification, there will be a lot of personal life there. I can't guarantee that, but definitely we expect a lot of personal life after that, So you need to be very clear about that. One most important thing from the actuarial perspective, historically, actuaries were supposed to be introvert actuaries, They used to perform some calculation in the back end, and they used to give that calculation to the respective stakeholder. And after that calculation, when that was given to the respective stakeholders, if they're asking any questions on the calculation, it was like, okay, you can't understand. I have studied it for last 15 years. It's a difficult thing. If you want to understand, you go and do the course. It was acceptable at that point of time. But nowadays, it's not acceptable. You have to explain everything that you're doing. And you have to explain everything in a layman language. Explaining is very easy in a technical word, Ask me, I can explain you embedded value very, very easily in a technical language. But when I have to explain it to, suppose the Mr. Baldev, who might be looking at the embedded value calculation from the market perspective, I have to explain him in a layman term. And that is where the skill set comes. So nowadays, there is a big shift for the actuaries. It's not only they are the technical actuaries, they are the communication actuary as well. And that is where you guys need to focus on, not only becoming a technical actuary, as well as you need to start becoming a good communication actuary, where you are communicating everything in a very, very normal manner, rather than talking to them that, okay, I'm an actuary, this is what it happens, it's a black box, you don't understand. In the future, as well as, and this is one example I'll give as a conclusion, in the whole balance sheet of an insurance company, there was one item that was given by the actuary, only one item. That's the liability number. Historically, that number was given by an actuary. No one used to question that number because that is coming by an actuary. Who can question an actuary? It's possible. It's not possible. Nowadays, with the change in the financial standard and the new IFRS 17 accounting standard coming in place, 80% of the line items will be given by the actuarial team, which is a big shift. So there are two things that is going to happen. You need to collaborate with the other department as well, especially the accounting department or the finance department, what you call. You have to collaborate with them extensively, as well as you have to own up 80% of the line item of the revenue account and the balance sheet, which is not going to be easy. The responsibility is going to increase, but at the same time, your skill set of communication will be very, very important. So I will encourage everyone who is pursuing actuarial courses and who is not pursuing actuarial courses, who is in the banking side, in your university time, try to be as communicative as possible. Learn the skill set of communication while you are in your university. So I'm sure I've taken more than 10 minutes, it looks like, but I wish you all the best for your future. It's great an honor to be here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your wise words. Your insights have truly enriched our understanding of actuarial science and the topic, and we'll be sure to keep your advice in mind. Now, allow me to introduce Mr. Pankaj Tomar, India Head, AXA Climate. He's a climate change and sustainability professional with over 24 years of experience in risk management, reinsurance, and insurance. He has held several key positions in risk control engineering, reinsurance, and underwriting, specializing in areas such as energy, construction, population benefit, and agriculture. In his prior assignment as Chief Underwriting Officer at AXA France India, he was responsible for underwriting and claims for the reinsurance branch. His key responsibilities included pricing, claims management, and regulatory compliance. Before joining AXA Climate, he has worked with Hanover Re as Chief Underwriter, Non-Life, and with Marsh India as Vice President. He has also worked with Tata AIG, ICICI Lombard, and Shipping Corporation of India Limited. With an overall experience of around 24 years, he holds an educational background, which includes a graduation in engineering and a postgraduate diploma in insurance and risk management. We are so elated to have you here with us today. With extreme pleasure, I invite Mr. Pankaj Tomar sir onto the podium. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you for the kind words. Distinguished delegates, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I am profoundly honored to be here with you all today, and allow me to express my deepest gratitude to Amity University for organizing this event. Why this event is so relevant for BFSI sector? So this during the day, we will have two panel discussion, as I understand. The first one is on the ESG roadmap for insurers. And the second one is particularly talking on the sustainable finance. That will be there in the afternoon. So we have some great list of speakers to give you insight on these two topics. But allow me a couple of minutes to set the context and share with you all that why ESG is such an important topic for BFSI sector. So it is very, very interesting to note that insurance and banking, these two industries are such unique industries which are exposed to climate risks, both on the asset as well as liability side of their balance sheet. No other industry is like this. So for instance, if I take the example of an insurer, so we provide cover to give protection against, let's say, the acute climate risks such as cyclones, floods, earthquake, etc. On the other hand, we provide cover to chronic climate risks as well, likes of rising temperatures or rising sea levels. So that is what insurers are doing on the liability side of their balance sheet. Now, when they collect premium, those premiums become for them the investable assets. Now, when they invest these premiums, the assets are also exposed to climate risks. So, and that makes the insurers, and same is the case for bankers. So their position is quite unique when it comes to the exposure to climate risks. And that is the reason the banking and the insurance industry is at the core of implementing ESG strategies, and they have taken the lead globally to, let's say, come up with policies and strategies related to ESG. Now, there is a varied level of industry focus as well as, sorry.
Just one interruption.
Yes, sorry.
I'm proud to announce that founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan has joined us. Welcome to you, sir. Hearty welcome to you, sir.
Okay, so I was sharing how the industry is evolving on the ESG space globally. So what I was sharing with you that there is a great level of difference in terms of regulatory requirement as well as industry focus when it comes to ESG for BFSI sector. But there are three common themes which are adopted by the industry, and they are sort of pushed by the regulators also. And the first common theme is to protect the environment, which is under the pillar E of ESG. The second common theme is to promote equity, which is under the block S of ESG. And the third common theme is to foster transparency, stability, and trust. So these are the three common themes under which globally the regulators and industry stakeholders are working. And if you see, we have always be focusing on these three segments. I mean, if you take the example of, let's say, social or governance, you would say that, okay, the industry has always been focusing on these pillars. So what has changed now? The only thing which has changed now is that there is a requirement to take a multi-dimensional view. So far, we were focusing on E, S, and G in silo. So now there is a need to take this multi-dimensional approach, and we sort of have to find an integration between these three pillars. So with this, I'll take a pause, and I wish you all a very, very insightful day with two panels discussions which are coming up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Since the founder president, sir, is here, and before I request him to kindly bless us, I would like to introduce him a bit briefly. Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir, after finishing his MSc in chemistry in the year 1963 and working for about 3 years in a renowned industrial group and contributing successfully in building up of an industrial complex from grassroots level, he left for Germany in 1966. He pursued in the then West Germany his higher studies in the field of chemical engineering and plastic technology, and after that, he worked as the head of the research and development department of the renowned European group, Deitweiler. In West Germany at that time, he was the only one such highly placed person in the corporate world from Asia. As chairman and CEO of AKC Group of companies, he built the industrial commercial complex all over the world, beginning from Germany. He attained the status of most successful NRI of continental Europe. In the year 92, Dr. Chauhan was awarded the honor of the Man of the Year in the glittering ceremony in London. He is known with various names like the man with the Midas touch, the Water King, and the people who know him closely describe him as an entrepreneur, an educationist, a philanthropist, a doctor, a priest, a psychiatrist, and a humble person in all. During the unification of both parts of Germany, Dr. Chauhan was honored in 93 by the German government as the biggest non-German investor in Germany. He acquired 8 big factories with a workforce of 6,000 Germans working there. Dozens of prizes and awards nationally and internationally have been bestowed upon Dr. Chauhan. He was conferred upon the honor of International Man of the Year 97-98, and again in the year 2007, he was awarded the exclusive testimonial as International Educator of the Year in recognition of his outstanding contribution to bringing world-class education to India by the International Biographical Center, Cambridge, London. He has been conferred with honorary doctorate and many things. He has been conferred with Swami Vivekananda National Award 2011 in recognition of his outstanding extraordinary contribution towards nation building for creating an excellent leading educational group, the Amity Group of Universities, as a leading movement in private education sector. And now, because it's a long list and we are all keen to listen to him. He had been, incidentally, now he has appeared on the screen, but he had been listening to the proceedings right since the beginning itself. So, sir, now I request you to kindly say a few words and bless us.
Great, great. Because AP Singh, you are right. I was listening from the very first moment, because how can I lose the opportunity to listen Dr. Baldev Prakash ji, about whom I have read all his biodata and his success stories and heard his speech. Then I also heard our Vivek Jalan ji. I also heard Pankaj Tomar ji, because I will tell to my students, these people, those who are called by us to interact with you, are highly successful. They have some charismatic, astonishing qualities, virtues, and traits, so that they have reached to this status, and they deserve to be called by amity, because we today also I learned from them. When I hear such speakers, I make notes. What was the utilization of my time? What did I learn, so that I can practice and I can be more successful? So I would highly appreciate and thank Dr. Baldev Prakash ji, Dr. Vivek Jalan ji, and Pankaj Tomar ji for sparing your time for my brilliant students. My dear students, when I speak in English, sometimes I speak in Hindi. Amol, my youngest son, who is an alumnus of Harvard, was telling, Papa, आप president हो पूरी foundation के, आप हिंदी में बोलोगे तो कहेंगे ये तो एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी के तो president हिंदी बोल रहे हैं. मैंने कहा बेटा, everybody knows me and our amity. मैं जिसमें भी बोलूं, because I think in German language and I translate either in English or Hindi. Professor Singh, just 2 minutes, I have a request for you. Can somebody come on the mic and tell me what are the opportunities, what my students have after finishing your different courses from your institution? Anybody from CRC or any faculty or you, just what are the opportunities in addition to higher education? Who will tell me this thing? Anybody can come. What are the opportunities for those students sitting in front of me? Anybody can come on mic. Even students can come. I want to listen. Was my request laudable? Any student can also come. They know better. They know better where would they now go and what would they do after these courses.
No,
Yes,
no
please.
problem. Thank you. So while they are finding the right speaker for the
Right.
question, I'll just say only from the actuarial perspective, which I just mentioned as well.
Right.
I'm sure you would have missed that. Actuarial course, when we talk about, so that might just take care of the maybe 25% of the audience or 30% of the audience here.
Right.
They have a
Right. Right. Please. The voice is not there. बैठो क्या आप? बैठे स्टेज पे। आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. We are not able to hear you. Voice is not there. मुक्त नहीं हो रहा. Voice is not there, please. सुरेंद्र को बोलो कि मुझे मिलाओ. नेट का इशू है. वो बैठे हैं, अब ये क्या बलदेव प्रकाश है क्या? वो कौन सा सीडी वाले वो आगे अब आगे आगे audible now. You are okay now. I was listening What are the opportunities for my students? Please, anybody can, student, CRC, AP Singh, anybody can tell.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please tell.
Sir, I have been placed in Bajaj Alliance,
Right,
Pune as management trainee.
right. Great.
So over there, they'll put us in different departments for 1 year.
Right.
And
No,
then
okay, that is sufficient. Now, which are the other opportunities? Thank you. You have got a good opportunity. What, somebody must tell you what are the other opportunities for job or higher studies.
yes, sir.
Who will tell? Anybody can tell, but what are the opportunities? And I will talk to you later to congratulate you for this very proper job you are got training. Yes.
I am Akshat Batra and I have been placed at Bajaj Allianz General Insurance as well.
Right,
My job location is in Pune itself.
right.
Great.
Great. AP Singh साहब request ये है कि क्या opportunities हैं? So I will meet these all those who have got a job. What are the opportunities for my students? Just hurriedly points. What are the opportunities? They go for training, they go for job, they go for higher studies. That I want to listen. What are the opportunities they have after this program?
Sir, after this, will be converted into a manager and definitely will be getting exposure. And
Great. Yeah, I understand. But my question is, when my student pass out, do they go, they've got to go for a job, they go for training, they go for higher studies. What are the openings? What are the, they go to a bank, they go to actuarial science firm. So what are the opportunities where they will, these students go, where they can go, AP Singh साहब?
डॉक्टर साहब मैं बल्लभ प्रकाश हूँ, कैन आई कम इन?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Baldev Prakash ji. Sir, first of all, I'm so grateful. I heard each word of yours. Very
थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब. मैं
sir.
पर्सनली मिलना चाह रहा था आपसे, लेकिन वर्चुअली मुलाकात होगी. आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल टू यू.
मैं आता हूँ JNK बैंक में.
सर,
हाँ.
अपॉर्चुनिटीज की जहां बात है, देखिए इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज ग्रोइंग सो फास्ट. इट्स
जी.
वन ऑफ द शाइनिंग स्टार्स इन द वर्ल्ड टुडे,
जी.
and we are becoming third largest economy in the next 3-4 years maximum.
Right.
और ये जो इकोनॉमी है सर, दिस विल गिव लॉट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी नॉट ओनली टू द बैंकिंग बट एंटायर BFSI sector.
Right.
This generation which we are seeing today, the
जी.
so lucky generation that the opportunities are immense. It is up to them which opportunity they like and they want to grab it.
Correct.
So banking is opening up, insurance is opening up, all these sectors in the finance, they are opening up so fast, sir.
Great. I think you have replied my questions. My dear students, आपने देख लिया बलदेव प्रकाश जी ने जो कहा है, they're very pragmatic, very practical of his experience. There are no end of the opportunities you have got. No end of the opportunities. Now, as Baldev Prakash ji told, it depends upon you what you grab. And we are teaching you, in addition to the technical courses, learning, teaching, we are teaching you which enables you to achieve what Baldev Prakash ji told. And I must tell you, my dear students, that nothing, please don't tell it outside. No institution is more beloved to me than yours. You have heard about this T series, and the owner of the T series, बाबूजी बोलते थे, वो फल बेचा करते थे. तो जब वो रेडी वालों के पास खड़े होते थे, फल वालों के, he was feeling most comfortable and enjoyable, क्योंकि वो फल वाले थे, वो भी फल बेचा करते थे. Now he became billionaire before this. ठीक चला आप? Okay. So what I want to say, after my fellowship finished, I knew what I will do. So I was doing, during my fellowship and also during my service in India, I was selling insurance policies, because this is a profession, my dear student, there is no end. If you are a production manager, you can sell only what the machines produce. If you are in other professions, there are limitations. Insurance is the only profession in the whole world where there is no limit. You can do as much as you like. During my student life, I sold to every customer to whom I went to meet, only failed once. I will tell you where I failed. For example, this is all behavioral science. when I went to a great lady, she was like a queen, to her house to sell her the insurance. I saw on a very costly carpet there was a dot or something, dot wrong. I told madam, she told why you have come. Madam, I will talk to you, but let me first remove this spot on this. I went to my car, brought the chemicals and removed it. Then she told, now you tell me why you have come. I told madam, I wanted to do some insurance for you. कहती अब बेटा तुमने इतना इन्फ्लुएंस कर लिया, मुझे जर्मन में बोली, जो तुम कहोगे वो इंश्योरेंस तुमसे खरीदूंगी मैं. That is one example. Second, one day in Germany, my two very loyal secretaries entered my room with two my lawyers and two notary. कि सर दरवाजा बंद कर दें क्या? दरवाजा बंद कर दें, बड़ी कॉन्फिडेंशियल बात करनी है. आप यूरोप के सबसे ज्यादा लाइफ इंश्योर्ड पर्सन हो पूरे यूरोप के. एंड सर दिस इज डेंजरस, दिस इज नॉट गुड एंड वी आर वरीड अबाउट इट. तो मैंने कहा क्या करना है, तो मुझे नंबर 3 पे कर दो. तो यू नो फ्रॉम इंश्योरेंस आई एम टेलिंग यू, दैट इज व्हाई यू ऑल आर वेरी मच क्लोज टू माय हार्ट. As you have heard these speakers, try to incorporate all what has been told in addition to your courses. If you can have a command on values, behavioral science. अब देखना बलदेव प्रकाश जी CMD and MD बन गए, कहाँ से शुरू करा होगा? He must have started at a very low level and he started rising. Why? Because it is not only the courses he did or program he did, Jalan साहब हो या तोमर साहब हो, तो इनको देखो समझो इसमें क्या इन्होंने ऐसी बात थी जो इतने बड़े बन गए. And my dear student, each one of you can reach to pinnacle of success, whatever you desire, whatever you dream. When I did my 12th, I had my plan. MSc chemistry करूँगा, जर्मनी जाऊँगा, वहाँ सबसे बड़ा entrepreneur बनूँगा. So if you leave this hall today, you decide what you want, and if you do not succeed, it is my failure. इसका मतलब मैंने तुम्हें कोई तौर तरीके सिखाना नहीं कर पाया, तुम्हें पढ़ा नहीं पाया, तुम्हें वो चीजें नहीं सिखा पाया. तो what I mean to say, this courses which we have started, we were the first to start actuarial science. तोमर जी उस वक्त actuarial science कोई जानता भी नहीं था academic world में, but I knew this as a future, so I started actuarial science. So my dear students, I would say that you see Gurinder Singh is 25 years with me, and he knows that Amity is going to be number 1 in the country. ये बलदेव प्रकाश जी कहाँ जाते होंगे, इतने लोग बुलाते होंगे उनको JNK से. Now JNK is coming up such fast thanks to Modi ji's theory. Modi ji is working. When I listen Modi ji, learn a lot. So you learn from people, those who have reached to the pinnacle of success. And I told you once I failed. I went to a big industrialist to insure his family, his company, his enterprise. तो वो कहते हैं, he called his daughter. कहते बेटा तुम मेरे परिवार के सदस्य बन जाओ, तो जो इंश्योरेंस कहोगे तुम्हें दिलवाऊंगा. मैं भागा वहां से. मैंने कहा अपनी बेटी मुझे छिपना चाहते हैं. तो there I failed. Otherwise, why I'm telling it? You will enter the insurance business. You will go to the companies. And when you go to the companies, learn from your bosses. Be loyal to them. Be close to them. And you can achieve everything. And if you want to know more about this, I will not say tricks and trades. You can tell to AP Singh Saab, who is a great leader, that I will meet you personally or speak to you personally, so that I can tell you that you can, with guarantee, achieve everything, anything in life, what you aspire for. Because I have not heard the TED speakers, I have not read the books, I have done everything, so that with their confidence, I can tell you. And secondly, my people think they are Americans, they are Germans, they are French, they are Koreans, they are better than us. No. If an Indian can go with 3 pounds sterling to Europe on a fellowship and becomes the biggest investor in the East and West unification with 6,000 German employees, European employees, and 2,500 having earlier, it means 8,500 were saluting me. I was paying salary to them. What do you need more? What do you need more to say that they are better? Nobody is as good as we are, because we are born in the country of Rishi Munis. We are born on the land The other day, Gurinder Singh rang me from America. रात के 3 बजे थे. कहने लगे सर मैं हार्वर्ड में आया था घूमने देखने, तो उनके जो डायरेक्ट CMD हैं जो भी हैं उन्होंने कहा मुझे, गुरिंदर सिंह हु आर यू, ही इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. तो कहने लगे तुम एक लेक्चर दे सकते हो. तो मुझसे पूछ रहे थे सर मैं लेक्चर दे दूं. मैंने कहा बेवकूफ हो, अरे वो कह रहे हो तो एक लेक्चर दो. Why I was telling? Because they know the quality of you all. So each one of you can be as rich, as successful, and as much name as you like. So I will not take much time. Anybody who want to know all this, how to do it, tell to AP Singh Saab. AP Singh Saab is a great leader. I have highest regard for him. And when I wanted to make a center AP Singh Saab in London, I met Mr. Sinha, BP Sinha. He was the heading the LIC in the Europe from London. I employed him. I told tomorrow you resign and join me. And he was 5 years my head of the London campus, because these insurance people are unique. These people are unique. They cannot be successful if they cannot read the mind, body, and brain of the people. They will be failure. So they all have the capability. Your speakers seen the the speakers. They have the capability to read the mind, brain, and body of a person, and that is the secret of success. That you should know what is in the mind of others, what do they think, what do they want, and if you can master this, then you tell me what you want. You can write today on a slip, sir, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be the biggest industrialist in India, Europe, Germany, where or America. You write on a paper. अमोल जी कहते हैं, मेरे बेटे कहते हैं सर इतने सारे लोग आपको लिखना शुरू कर देंगे. मैंने कहा नहीं लिखेंगे, आज सुन के भूल जाएंगे, वो लिखेंगे नहीं, और लिखेंगे फिर आएंगे नहीं, आएंगे तो सुनेंगे नहीं, सुनेंगे तो करेंगे नहीं. कहने लगा मैं समझा. But life is like that. I'm telling you, anybody who want to be as successful as you want, tell to AP Singh साहब सर फॉर्नर प्रेसिडेंट से बात करवा दीजिए, मिलवा दीजिए. कुछ लिखेंगे, नहीं आएंगे, नहीं बोलेंगे, तो that is the life. You want something. मैं आपको बताऊं कि जो मैं बना हूं आज, it is, I will not say success story, but it's example for my students. That is what I'm saying. And if you want to know these things, then you can achieve. So Baldev Prakash ji, I am so thankful to you. Pankaj Tomar ji, Vivek Jalan ji, we are really extremely thankful to you. I have read your, Prakash ji, your biodata, how you have reached to these great heights. Recently, AP Singh Saab did a big course for the RBI trainees. I think there are 400-500 people, 400 people. And I told them also, because they were just the entrant, just the trainee, those who entered the first step in the RBI. Now he's going to Bombay. They want to give him the second course of RBI for training. Why? Because they know in the air of MET, there is something which is unique. So I would say thanks to everybody, my dear students. Can one student come for half a minute or 1 minute to tell whatever he wants to say? One student jump to the, I'll give a book prize. One student jump to the mic and tell whatever is in mind for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. One student come to the mic. Just jump, tell whatever is in your mind, whatever you want to say. I want to test your spontaneousness. AP Singh, भेजो ना किसी बच्चे को फटाफट.
I was listening to you, and definitely it's a matter of pride that you are not only here with us, but you have exhorted our students to realize their full potential by being ambitious, at the same time keeping themselves focused. And sir, you have become a legend in your own lifetime by virtue of the accomplishments that you have achieved, having risen from a very modest background. But you never allowed the circumstances to come in the way. You transcended them and became a beacon of success. And definitely, I keep on sharing with my faculty members also. And once I mentioned in the students' meeting as well this year, that it was a matter of pride that you were the largest investor in Europe, largest Asian investor in the Europe when you were there, and employing more than 6,000 Germans. And what was more important that every day when you used to go there in the company, they will be saluting you. It's a matter of pride that an Indian being saluted by so many Germans. And And one more thing, sir, you have not spoken, I must share here, so Mr. Baldev Prakash is here. So ours is a campus, which is completely alcohol-free, it is smoke-free, it is a totally vegetarian campus. And all of these children were born in Germany, and Germany, you know, is a beer capital of the world. The Munich festival is held, but people don't take water, they take water only for washing, it's all for drinking, they say it's beer. And in his family, nobody has touched beer. They were all brought up in Germany. They all studied in Ivy League universities, but none of his children have touched beer or any alcoholic drink because of the values that he cherishes. Because he has ensured that today also they are deeply rooted in the Indian values, Indian culture. And that's why we take pride in talking about the university that here the modern education is important too, along with Indian sanskaras. Okay, so you have been always driving at the holistic development of the personality of the students, and of course, people are being given the opportunities to show their mettle. As far as when opportunities that you were talking about, sir, after doing their post graduation, people are getting almost 100% placement here, and even I've seen that two of the students are here. They have done only BSc. Their final year is, they are still in the sixth semester of BSc, but they have been already placed with Accenture, with Cognizant. Companies are taking them from the campus. Opportunities are galore. Only thing is, as you were saying, the student has to come forward, step forward, and to harness the opportunities that are available. As sir was saying, sir, BFSI sector is going to flourish because of this Amrit Kal, where the government is doing so much, and the biggest beneficiary will be the BFSI sector. And our students who are doing their BB and MBA in BFSI, definitely all the opportunities are waiting for them, sir. I'm thankful, sir, that you spared so much of your time to us, sir.
बलदेव प्रकाश जी,
Yes, sir.
एक डेट नोट कर लेना, 2047 में मैं बहुत बड़ा इवेंट करूंगा। 2047 में आपको बुलाऊंगा, डांस करेंगे, गाएंगे, एमटी और JNK बैंक के सेलिब्रेट करेंगे। अब कुछ कल देख रहे होंगे आज कितने साल के हैं। आई टेल यू सर, ऑल जलान जी, तोमर जी, गुरिंदर, AP सिंह, वी आर वर्किंग फॉर द मिशन ऑफ गॉड। दिन रात आप भी काम करते हो, फैमिली कहती होगी आज फिर 10 बजे आए हो ऑफिस से, फिर टूर पे चले गए। तो वी आर वर्किंग फॉर द मिशन ऑफ गॉड, चाहे तोमर जी हो, जलान जी हो, आप हो, तो गॉड विल टेक केयर ऑफ दैट। 2047 आई विल बी 105 years old। व्हाई नॉट? गॉड को चिंता, उसने मुझसे काम लेना, उसको मेरी जरूरत है, उसको बलदेव राज जी की जरूरत है, जलान जी की जरूरत है, तोमर जी की जरूरत है, गुरिंदर सिंह की जरूरत है, AP सिंह की जरूरत है, मेरे स्टूडेंट की जरूरत है। गॉड को जरूरत है तो जरूरत होगी तो अपने आप हमारा ख्याल रखेगा। तो ये आप थ्योरी साथ लेके जाना। ये लोग समझते नहीं है, विश्वास नहीं करते, बट आई टेल यू आई विल सेलिब्रेट एंड आई विल इनवाइट यू ऑल थ्री। गुरिंदर, प्लान करोगे ना?
Sir, we'll celebrate, sir.
Just one student want to say anything for half a minute, 1 minute? एक स्टूडेंट को आया था माइक पे, मैंने रिक्वेस्ट करा था 1 मिनट कुछ भी
One student can come and can speak. Yeah.
whatever is your
Yes,
mind.
you're feeling.
Anything, 1 minute, anything.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Vidisha Nanda.
And I am Bhavya Talwar.
And we are currently in semester 6 of BSc Actuarial Science. And 2 weeks ago, we got placed in Accenture. So firstly, I would like to thank Amity, Dr. AP Singh sir, our placement coordinator, and our faculty mentors for providing us with this wonderful opportunity so that we were able to get placed in Accenture.
Great. So next student, you send me email with your name. I'll give to you a very good book with my personal note, because you came on the mic. Send through AP Singh Saab your name and email ID or something. I'll send you a book. So next student who is standing near you.
Sir, I am Bhavya Talwar, and I have also been placed in Accenture as an actuarial analyst.
Right.
Been placed in the life team.
Right. Kamal, very good. I'll come one day to you because you have so much impressed me. इतने बड़े-बड़े लोगों को बुलाया, तो मैं आऊँगा एक दिन, आपके 2 घंटे गुजारूंगा, और जो भी स्टूडेंट बोले और जो माइक पे MC कर रहे थे, एंकरिंग, उनका भी नाम भेज दो। मैं तुम सबको एक किताब दूंगा। वो किताब की वैल्यू है $1 billion। एक बार एक हॉल में, इसी हॉल में 1200 लोग बैठे थे। मैंने कहा अमोल बेटा, यहाँ पे बिलियन डॉलर रखे हैं और यहाँ पे किताब रखी है। तो स्टूडेंट बताओ अमोल जी क्या उठाएंगे? तो सब लोग कहले उन्होंने डॉलर उठाएंगे, $1 बिलियन। सबने बोला 1 बिलियन। एक लड़की बोली जी किताब उठाएंगे। मैंने कहा क्यों? क्योंकि इस किताब को पढ़कर वो दर्जनों बार बिलियन डॉलर कमा सकते हैं। तो वो तो मैं अभी नहीं बताऊंगा, जब मिलने आऊंगा तो दूंगा किताब का नाम। बट यू नो दीज थिंग्स, अभी जो आपने तीनों लेक्चर सुने, अगर उनमें से तुम 20% भी अमल करोगे, जो भी तुमने सुना वल्लभ प्रकाश जी से, तोमर जी से, जलाल जी से, उसको 20% भी अमल करोगे ना तो ही तो बनोगे। पर अमल करना चाहिए, सुनना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए। वो जो करेगा। तो थैंक यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट, सेंड मी योर ईमेल वगैरह, नाम भेज दो। तुम सबको मैं, जो तुम दोनों बोले, पहले भी एक लड़की बोली थी, और एमकर 5 लोग हो गए, मैं अपनी एक किताब दूंगा तुम्हें। थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू सर। I took a lot of time, everything, sir, but I could not leave because these students are so close to my heart. Thank you.
Since the CMD, JNK Bank, Mr. Baldev Prakash has gotten engagement somewhere else.
Right.
Ministry. So he was requesting to leave. Sir, with your permission, shall we?
मुझे भी भागना है अब, चलो, okay. So thank you very much. So
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
With the,
Prakash ji, once again, thank you, sir. We are so grateful to you. Thank you.
sitting with the representation of Sabri on your behalf, sir.
Thank you so much, Founder President, sir, for taking your valuable time and gracing our event with your utmost blessings. We're truly blessed to be nurtured under your wings. Your vision and leadership motivates us all.
We would also like to thank Mr. Pankaj Tomar for enriching us with your wise perspective. Now we would like to move on to the presentation of mementos. First, we would request Director Sir to graciously present Mr. Baldev Prakash with a memento.
Now we request Mr. Gurinder sir and Director sir to present Mr. Vivek Jalan with a memento.
Moving on, we request Director Sir and Mr. Gurinder Sir to present Mr. Pankaj Tomar with a memento.
We would now like to hand over today's proceedings to Shrestha Sethia and Safwan Ashraf.
Good afternoon. Now, let's move on to the first technical session. I, Safwan Ashraf,
And I, Shrestha Sethia,
students of Actuarial Science, feel privileged to welcome you all to the first technical session of the seminar on the topic ESG, Roadmap for Insurance. I request all the panel members for this technical session, Mr. Rakesh Yadav, Mr. Nitin Mishra, Mr. Adib Jain, and Ms. Shaila Jalal and Mr. Nitin Dankyaj to take their seats on the dais.
Nitin Dankyaj, Adib Jain on the last. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Anil?